we're talking like 7.5 to 8 months of prep here when you include the reverse dieting phase out of prep.
I don't count it like that. I am literally 28 weeks out. That's
Okay.
how we count prep. I don't know how many months. Don't tell me the months. I just want to see that number each week drop.
Also there, we have to include a couple shows prior to that. Why don't you explain why we're going to have a show or two before we get to the main show?
Well, so the show in May is National Naturals. So it's a pro qualifier for an IFBB pro qualifier. Well, you have to win or compete in a show prior to that to even qualify to go to nationals. So that's why I keep saying 1 or 2 shows before I go, because if I don't win, I have to do another one to hopefully qualify.
We'll say 2. Warm-up show,
I do like a warm-up show. It's, like fun to brush the dust off. It gets me amped up. Yeah. I do call it a warm-up show. It's just, they're expensive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
That's okay.
Okay, but we have all this time to get ready. Anyway, so I started 29 weeks out, so that was last week. Last Monday. Not this Monday. Last Monday. So that was 29 weeks out. I kind of made this like cute little sheet. So people can see.
What, are you going to hold that the whole time?
No, but I'm going to just explain.
And this is at the gym too. She really is writing this on a big whiteboard.
Well, people like to see the just progress throughout the week. So when I write down my weight, so my very first day into prep that morning, so I do my weight every single morning, fasted, and right after I use the bathroom. So then I'll do my weight because that's my true fasted weight. And then so I start at 145.6. At the end of the week, I was 144 with a drop, but I also got my cycle in the middle of that. So having still at this Tuesday, so just over a week, was a 2.4 pound drop. And I started with 2,353 calories at the beginning of my prep. I'm getting about 10 to 12,000 steps in, and I have no cardio right now. So I'm just going in, I'm training. My training takes less than an hour. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm not in there for hours every day.
And what's your on-off schedule for training?
So I kind of put that on the side too. So I do 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off is kind of what I'm supposed to do, or 2 and 2. But because I had call on some of those days, I had call 3 days this week, I had to make sure that I prioritize my training when I can, because on call days, I can't guarantee getting into the gym. So I 2 days on, 1 day. So I've literally only trained 4 days last week.
Yep.
Rest 3 days. My steps are 10 to 12,000 steps a day. I usually get 12, just without putting much effort into it.
And when she mentions not being there for hours, that's not even close to a fib. I mean, honestly, you roll in at 5 to 10 minutes after 5, and you're done by 6 at the latest.
I try to be, depends on if I'm dinking around a little bit.
So I mean, and it's not that it's not. The training isn't, doing the job, isn't difficult. She is working sets.
It's 2 sets.
Basically to failure.
Yeah, 6 sets.
So it is very hard work.
I know how to push.
But there is some breaks in between. It's a different style of lifting just to keep inflammatory responses down, that kind of thing, correct?
Yeah. It's just kind of I call it the first week is the deflate week from... Right. And I did add some supplements. So I got my labs done, and my vitamin D was a little low. When it gets cold, I like to hermit crab a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And also my iron was super high. So I'm taking a little bit of supplements there to kind of help balance those. Blood. So I do get my blood tested before prep. I got my DEXA scan done. It just really helps do a really clean start. And that's why I call that deflate. So all of my food and stuff is prioritized to help with the blood markers that I had done. So then come Tuesday, I got my new training plan for the next week. So we're going to do just 5 days. We did drop the calories, 180 calories. I'm starving. No, I'm just kidding. It was actually really easy. And since I ate so much food prior to, I dropped down to 2,533 calories and lost almost 2 pounds. So I'm not hungry. I don't have cravings. It's going very smoothly right now. I did have a headache a little bit from a little bit of the detox, I think, for the first few days. But anyway, so 5 days, we're going to drop down to 2,173 calories and still no cardio, because once I add in cardio, that's like another phase of helping like amp up that fat loss and that metabolism. But I am going to start doing 2 or 4 times a week, 20-minute sauna session.
Correct.
So that is going to be like my cardio.
Yep.
But it's also more for just like a detox with continuously trying to get my levels back.
And a quick note on that sauna, you guys. Yes, we are utilizing that as quote unquote cardio for Brandy right now, because it kind of is. You'll get that heart rate. If you're in at the hottest temperature, you're going to get that heart rate up to a heart rate that you would be in zone 2, but you get it there just sitting there. The secondary benefits, which you should be doing a sauna anyways if you have access to it, and I know not everybody does, but if you have access to one, it's so great for your overall health. You do research on this, and when we talk about recovery methods, things that improve blood flow, your ice bath, your mobilization, your roller, your massage guns, really one of the main things that is scientifically proven to have health benefits and recovery benefits is your sauna.
Yeah, longevity.
Everything else is just like, well, we think this works. It has a trickle effect of working. The sauna is 100% proven. So if you're going to prioritize anything, prioritize finding a sauna, get a used one, go somewhere.
Just try it out.
Yeah, try one out somewhere and see how you feel. Yeah. So.
And then with that, my last thing was I'm on 4 liters of water a day and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt with each meal. And I have 3 to 4 meals a day.
Yeah.
And and my body stays hydrated. It also helps with that detox phase and just kind of flushing my system. As my fat cells start to burst, you just want to kind of flush them and keep them going. And it just makes me feel all around better. I realize the difference when I drink all my water. I actually have this like burst of clean energy. Yes, I'm going to the bathroom very often, but that's nothing compared to how I feel when I actually get all of my water in and my sodium.
Right.
So I feel hydrated and I just feel more, I guess, alive. So if you don't drink a lot of water, you're chronically like dehydrated and you feel like blah and fatigue or kind of flush or, that kind of thing. Up your water.
Yeah. And I would say that's a pretty decent place to leave off for this one, but I do want to try something out. I don't really like going live with stuff and having questions come through. I feel like you sit there and stare a lot while you're waiting for those questions, but we do want people to ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'd love for you guys to do,
I'm an open book.
At the end of this, once you've watched this video, which sorry is a little longer, shoot us some messages by private messenger, by text message, ask us in the gym. We'll make a list of 10, 12, 15 questions, and we will try to...
Oh, a Q&A?
Yeah, we'll try to cover those in our next video.
Can they be anonymous questions?
Sure, they can be anonymous. But if you list your name, we can say who you are and what you're looking for, and then try our best to answer as honestly as we can. If we don't know, we'll say we don't know. But if we can cover something for you, maybe you have a question on something Brandy had, maybe you have a question on the gym, ask away. And we'll make a list and we'll do that in one of our next videos.
I could do questions. I can start writing them down, what people ask me in like prep or like comments. That are you saying we need to get done?
We could have this conversation outside of the video.
No, I just have like one. Okay, honestly, somebody's like, I can't go that long without bread. And I was like, I eat 100 grams of sourdough a day. Like it's at least
now,
3
keep in
big
mind,
slices.
that's not everybody. That is your body processes this well.
We should have a conversation on that because my body doesn't like cardio and it loves carbs.
Yep.
So most people want to punch me in the face.
And my body likes cardio and fructose base. So yes, we'll cover more of that later. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll hit a Q&A next time.
That's a wrap.